Hello and welcome to a journey of clarity, a personal exploration of getting in tune with yourself and in tune with others with your host, Dr. Natanael Costea. This is a journey of emotional and spiritual awareness, of discovery what life truly means, and a clear shift from an ego-driven world to a meaning-driven world. I believe we can become more in tune with our thoughts, our emotions, and our spirituality. And as we do that, we will make better decisions, have deeper connections, more fulfillment, and even more joy. This is a bit of clarity. Well, hello and welcome to episode 13. Natanael here. I can't imagine we've come this far. It's just so beautiful. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey from Australia. We take you each and every week into this clarity business. We want to give you more awareness of where you are on your life journey, how you can have a clear mind, clear emotional state, and to make better decisions, live a happier life, and bless more the people that are in your circle. Well, until now, we've gone through 12 episodes, or 12 lessons, if you want, of what self-awareness means. I'm not so sure if you're aware. I think in the first session, maybe the first couple of sessions, I told you that we will be focusing on self-awareness in the first part, and that's what we've done. We've done 12 sessions on self-awareness. Yes, we titled them differently. Each one had a specific taste. We spoke about gratitude. We spoke about your emotions. We spoke about the emotion of fear. We helped you deal with that. We also spoke about your mind growth, how you can develop that growth mindset. We also spoke about your character strengths. We spoke about your strengths, your weaknesses, how you can hone these in and become the best version of yourself. So all of these 12 lessons bring us to finish off self-awareness. There are 4 components that we will focus on this year in emotional intelligence, in a bit of clarity. They are self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and social management or relationship management. There's 12 lessons on each, and lesson 13 sort of sums everything up in a cluster. It just redefines what we've been talking about, but brings home the message of that particular content. So today, in lesson 13, we will look at self-awareness. And even though you have all this beautiful learning that you've gone through, now I just hope that this lands well and this really comes home really well. Thank you for those people. To those people who give us feedback, who send us comments and encourage us on the journey. I also really want to thank those people who have given us the ratings on Apple Podcasts, because these really matter to us in terms of ranking, in terms of getting the word out there. If you haven't done so, please get on Apple Podcasts and rate us. Also on Google Podcasts and rate us. If you genuinely feel that this is a 5-star rating and it's worth of 5 stars, please do so. And if you don't feel, that's fine, but then keep it to yourself. Just help us, get this message out there to the people around us. So today, just remember there are show notes, and you can find these in the links wherever you're consuming this content. Also on our website, eq.org.au. Let me tell you something. If you get self-awareness right, you get, so much right in your life. Most people are not awake. They are not present. They don't actually understand what's going on in their lives. They're not fully alert. They're not fully awake. They're not fully present. They are not ready to receive. If you don't have self-awareness, we can't put much learning on you because there's no basis, there's no foundation to put it on. So the people who are self-aware, and I hope you are one of them, are the most people who are ready to acquire new skills and to be able to manage themselves, both themselves and the relationships that they have. So self-awareness is absolutely vital as a foundation to everything that we do. So today in episode 13, we are developing an understanding of self-awareness. And I've written here some notes, very important. I'm going to read some of them and explain them to you as we go along. Self-awareness is the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively. So you see yourself as you are in an honest, clear way, raw, unedited, unfiltered way. You see yourself as you are. You're very objective. You're not biased towards yourself. You don't give yourself too much credit, or you don't actually victimize yourself either. But you see yourself as you are. And you do this through reflection and introspection. Reflection means looking at yourself almost from the outside in. And also introspection, looking within yourself, your inner core, to see who you truly are in your values, in the sort of essence of your being. You are not your thoughts. Let me just re-emphasize this. You are not your thoughts. People think that they are their thoughts. No, you are not your thoughts. You are the thinker of your thoughts. You are the one who chooses what to think of. Remember in last session, if you haven't watched or haven't listened to previous podcast, episode 12, we spoke about this, how important this is when it comes to your feelings, to know what your thoughts are saying and to choose your thoughts. So you are the thinker of your thoughts. You should control your thoughts. You should tell your mind what to think, not your mind shouldn't tell you what to think. So you are in control of your thoughts. We can live life not paying much attention to our inner self, allowing our thinking, allowing our feelings, and allowing our acting to go in free will, just as they happen. Life happens. Well, life shouldn't happen. We should make things happen. But a lot of people live in a sense of whatever happens, happens, very passive. Or we can focus on ourselves through self-evaluation. So we can rate ourselves, we can check ourselves, we can evaluate ourselves, and see how our thinking, our emotions, our actions rate against our values and standards of correctness. So rather than just allowing life to happen to us, we check ourselves in. We see, how are we doing? How are we performing? How are we thinking? How are we emoting? Do our thoughts, our emotions, our actions match our values? Do they match our standards? Do they match the correctness, the morality, the divinity, the plumb line that has been set in the universe by God? Are we living life according to our values, to our higher standards, or life just happens to us? So this is an important self-evaluation. This means that you're alert. This means that you're awake. This means that you're on watch. This means that you look outside yourself, but also within yourself, to gather enough evidence to get to understand what's going on. In one way, it means you're becoming more in harmony with yourself, more in tune with yourself, getting to know yourself much better. Once you get to know yourself much better, you can help other people. Oftentimes we want to help other people, but we ourselves have a lot of issues. Benefits of self-awareness. Well, self-awareness makes us more productive, boosts our acceptance, and encourages positive self-development. Well, you become more productive when you know yourself better, when you know your strengths, when you know your weaknesses, when you know what triggers you into doing something amazing, or what triggers you into procrastination. Get to know yourself. Why am I procrastinating? How can I become more productive? What gets me up in the morning? Maybe you need a goal. Maybe you need a purpose. Maybe you need a value. I think I mentioned last time, we get up at sometimes on Sunday mornings at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to get here. What wakes me up at 4:30 on a Sunday morning, if not the purpose of getting this content out to you? Because I value you, I value the audience out there, I value the equipping, I value the goodness and the ripple effect it will have on other people. And it is a great joy and a responsibility, a privilege and a burden to get this message out. So, I introspectively look at what motivates me, this intrinsic motivation, and I just go for it. I don't negotiate it. I am aware that there is a price to pay, that there is effort, that there is energy to be consumed, and we happily do that. So, but because it is in line with my values, it is in line with my standards, it is in line with what I desire, what I want. It is It is purposeful because it gets me to the desired outcome that I want in life. So it does make us more productive when we are more self-aware. It boosts our acceptance of ourselves, of what we're doing, and also it encourages us to develop further. A lot of people are very happy with themselves, which is fine, but they're not self-developing. They are not growing because they don't know where they are along the journey. They don't have an awareness of where they are in their journey. How well do they emote? How well do they think? How well do their actions match their values? And because they never check those, they don't know where they are. There's no measurement. There's no evaluation. And if there's no evaluation, there's no room for improvement. Improvement may happen or may not happen. They might watch a TED Talk, and that will be beneficial for them. They might watch a movie or read a book, and something may shift in their life. But unless there is a self-reflection, there is a self-awareness of a mark in their journey, they will not even realize if they're growing or they're going backwards. So it's very important to be self-aware on your life journey. Number two there, a benefit of self-awareness is that it allows us to see things from the perspective of others. So when you become self-aware, you begin to understand how you see things, but you also become sensitive to how other people see things. So you're not just aware of your own self, but you're aware of other people as well, which is phenomenal. You also learn how to practice self-control. People say, oh, be disciplined, practice self-control in this. Well, if you're not aware of the fact that there is an issue there, that you're not really practicing self-control, you're not going to do it. So you must have that conscious awakening to that reality that you're paying attention to yourself and you're realizing that there is an issue there and you need to practice self-control. Work creatively and productively. So when you become self-aware, you can be more in your own creative space because you know what you can create, you know what you can do. You flow much better when you know. And when you flow, you are productive. That's the result of flowing. And experience pride in ourselves and our work as well as general self-esteem. So when you have a great sense of self-awareness, you feel better about what you're doing because you know why you're doing it. So for example, for us, the fact that we're presenting this videocast or podcast, we have a value, and the value is to share the knowledge and the goodness and the skills that we have with other people. We value people out there, and if we can help you move further, faster, why not? So we have this value, the value of equipping and loving others and sharing others and distributing this goodness. And then, this generates in us a healthy sense of pride because we're doing something beneficial to other people and a sense of self-esteem. And this is not wrong. We're not boasting here and we're not, going over the top in pride, but it does give us a sense of goodness, a sense of contribution, a sense of love, a sense of care to humanity. And this is good for our self-esteem. And we are aware of that. So we need to create this awareness. Before I didn't have this awareness, I was oblivious to what was going on in life. In fact, I can say I was absent-minded. I didn't even have a sense of present tense. I was living either in the past or in the future. I wasn't aware of the moment and the people that were in front of me. I didn't have that. I wasn't awakened to that reality. Number 3, leads to better decision making. Well, when you know where you stand, when you know what your feelings are telling you, when you know what your thoughts patterns are, you can make clear decisions. And we will speak more about decision making later on. What you say yes, what you say no to. And we've already spoken about some of these things. But in clarity, in this particular show, we will help you make better decisions. And you can only make better decisions is when you have self-awareness, when you can look inwardly at yourself and understand yourself, and you are so in tune and in harmony with what goes on inside of you. Number 4, makes us better at relationships, enhancing self-confidence and holistic well-being. Well, of course, if you're aware of your own emotions, what they are telling you, how you can manage this, when you're aware of your thought patterns, when you're aware of who you are as a human being, you can relate better to other people. You can't relate better to other people unless you have that self-confidence, self-belief, self-knowledgement of who you are. And then when you do that, you have a holistic well-being about yourself, and you can bless other people around you from that position of well-being. So this is, this is great for your whole life. It's good for your mental health, for your emotional health, for your physical health. So get in tune with yourself, become more self-aware. Becoming more self-aware. How can you become more self-aware? Well, here are 5 steps or 5 things that you can do. Number 1, create space in your daily routine for self-reflection. There's no time. You can't make time. I said this before, and I'm going to repeat it. You would be the wealthiest person on earth if you can create more time. Nobody can create more time. It is the greatest equalizer in the world. Everybody gets the same minutes, seconds, and hours in a day. So just get to grips with this. You can't make any more time. But what you can make is more space. You can make more space in your daily routine to include a time of self-reflection. Maybe 15 minutes, maybe half an hour, maybe 10 minutes, but put it in your diary. Just make sure that you have a time of self-reflection. Create that space in your daily routine. Number 2, practice mindfulness. When I'm talking about mindfulness, be present in the moment. Be present with yourself, be present with the divinity, understand what's going on in your life. Just be in the moment. Go for a walk, go for a run, listen to some worship music or whatever it is that you're doing. But just become, look inside yourself. Look at anything that's misaligned in there, something that is ugly, something that maybe a bit of hatred, snuck in there, or something has happened inside of you. And just detox, repent, whatever it is, forgive, do whatever it takes. Get to know yourself on a deeper level, and look inwardly inside yourself. Journal your awareness. Jot a few things down. Always keep a track of what you've noticed in your life. Are you growing? Are you going up or are you going down? Are you above the line or are you below the line? We spoke about that as well. Are you going well or you're not going so well? Journal your awareness. What have you noticed today? What have you become alert to? What have you awakened up to? What light bulb moment have you had about yourself today? Number 4, practice listening. Listen to yourself. Listen to some of the voices. Listen to your spirit. Your spirit connects with God's spirit. What is your spirit saying to you? I'm not talking about your ego. Of course, make the the differentiation between your ego and your spirit. Know which voice is which. Don't listen to your ego. Listen to your spirit. Stay in the moment present. Listen to what's going on in your life. Be alert. Be awake. Have your ears open. Have your eyes open. And when you become very much in tune with yourself and with the voices in your head, then you can also listen to other people. You can discern. You can make sense. You can make meaning of what they're saying. You become a present listener, both in your own lives and in the relationships that you have. Number 5, gain a different perspective. Look for some feedback. Give feedback to yourself. Criticize yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. But also look for other people to give you some feedback, to give you some comments. Work with other people. Work with yourself. Improve. Become the best human being that you can. And I've had here an application just at the bottom. Make a daily booking in your diary to spend on practicing mindfulness and journaling. So in your diary, and I'm very serious about this, put it every day. If it is in the morning, I don't know, whatever, 6 o'clock in the morning, just block half an hour in your diary to do this, just to have a time with yourself where you practice mindfulness, journaling, jotting things down, maybe a prayer, whatever you find to do that is useful for you to be more in tune with yourself, to be more in tune with God, with divinity. Do it every day. Maybe it's in the evening, maybe it's at 9 o'clock at night or at 10 o'clock at night before you go to bed. Switch all the data off, switch all the TV off, disconnect from any internet, whatever it is, and just be yourself. Just be in the present moment. And make this in your diary, book it in your calendar, please. Otherwise, it will not happen. A lot of times I say to people, if it's something that you value, it should be in your calendar. If it's something that you hold on to, put it in your calendar. Set yourself reminders for it. and honor that booking in your calendar. And then I wrote there, reflect both on your inner self and also on the people in your circle. Reflect on what's going on in your life, but also on the other people around you. Improve your relationships, but first improve your own relationship with yourself. Get to know yourself. Become self-aware. Become self-aware of your thoughts. Become self-aware of your emotions. Become self-aware of your actions. Become self-aware of the triggers. Become self-aware of where you spend your time, what you give your focus to, what you give your energy to. Become more in control of what's going on in your life. Become more in tune with yourself, have more clarity, have more self-awareness. Well, this is a short episode because it's very spot on, very focused, but very helpful. Do not go to episodes 14, 15, 16, and so on until you visit the first part of this podcast, the first 12 episodes, because these are vital. And then this one just brings it all home, lands it for you in self-awareness. Become self-aware, practice self-awareness on a regular basis, on daily basis. In fact, make a calendar booking in your system on every single day to just spend, I don't know, even if it's 15 minutes or 20 minutes, just book it in your diary and spend time on reflection, on meditation, on being alert and aware of what goes on in your life. Connect with the divinity, connect with God. Maybe a prayer, maybe meditation, maybe a walk. But just get more in harmony with life and with yourself. And as you do that, throughout the day, become alert and awake. Stay awake. Stay sober-minded. Understand what's going on in your life, what triggers things in your life, what's going on. Don't let your mind run wild. Don't let your thoughts get away. As I said, you are the thinker of your thoughts. The thoughts are not yourself. So I hope this really blesses you and helps you get more clarity. I can't wait to start the new chapter in episode 14 when we will talk about self-management. So stay tuned, do revisit the other episodes, and let's get excited about the journey ahead. I'm Dr. Natanael Costea, and I thank you so much for joining me on this journey of clarity through emotional and spiritual awareness. If you feel blessed by this presentation, please subscribe, rate, comment, and share it wherever you're enjoying it. And until next time, this was a bit of clarity.